Hi there! Welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica, and on today's video we will be continuing our color along with this cute little bunny and fairy in Maria Trolle's, what book is this? Flora. Yeah, so the last time you saw this page, I had done, I think, this leaf and maybe this leaf. We did the bluebells together, and we did the little fairy together. Well, I have finished the leaves and the flowers. I did a little bit of a different color scheme on these other set of flowers, and I left one empty to show you how I was going to finish that up. And I've started the bunny, but I wanted to save some of that to do on camera with you guys as well. So let me get you zoomed in a little bit closer, and we'll get started. Okay, so this one I did these flowers just the same way as I did the blue ones. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. These are the colors I'm using. It's the same colors that were in the fairy's wings. So we've got these colors here: pink, wild lilac, and smoky purple. So I'm going to start with the smoky purple. And I'm just following the lines that the artist has put in here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the, what was this again? Wild lilac right on top of that. Following the same areas that I put down that smoky purple, and then I'm just extending past that just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of the pink, just a really light layer. And then I need to get my white. I did not get that one out yet. Here we go. Okay, I got the white. And remember, this white is not necessarily a white. It's more like a colorless blender. So I've got that all. I'm just using the white to kind of blend everything together. And then I'm going to come back in with that smoky purple again and darken up the lines at the top here. And then add in that little wild lilac color again. And that's pretty much it. Maybe add a little bit more pink. This is really just kind of hints of pink. It's not really supposed to be super strong or anything. Okay, so there's that. That's how I did the other ones there. And then I will end up going through, probably after I add whatever kind of background I'm going to do, I will go through and I will add white to the tips of all of these flowers with either a Posca or the Arteza gel pen. Yeah. So let's move on to the bunny. And you can see here I've kind of already started him. And it's basically just me going through with a few different color pencils, and I'll talk about the pencil colors first, and then I will show you kind of my technique, I guess. Now let me start by saying fur is one of my least favorite things to color. I don't know why. So I've got fur and fabric on this one, but I tend not to do a lot of fur pages with fur on it because I just get in my head and feel like, oh no, I've got to do so much to make it look right. But this one is turning out pretty cute, and I have a really cute inspiration picture that I will post on the screen here for you guys to see where I was working from. And it's just the cutest little bunny. So let's talk about the colors. So I'm still using obviously the CraZart Timeless Creations pencils. And I've got Toasted Toffee, Brown, Gray Mist, Warmer Gray, and Black. And the two browns are being used very sparingly. You can see just a tiny little bit of brown here and here, a little bit there, and I used a tiny bit on the nose. And then the other thing that I've done, and I'm hoping that you can see this on camera, is I've gone through and I've added in where I want all of the shadowed, the darker areas to be. And then the white areas I will go back through and add in lines there after I get the rest of it to look kind of the way I want it to look. The only issue that we're going to have is I'm going to have to turn my book quite a bit and to get the strokes going the right way. And I'm going to show you first on, let's see, let's just do the rabbit's face. We'll just get that done, get that out of the way, and go from there. So the first color I did on there was the Gray Mist, and I'm going to go in now with the Warmer Gray. And you want to make sure that you have a pretty sharp tip on your pencils. So here we go. I'm going to turn this and pray that I am still in frame, because I've been doing that a little bit lately and I apologize for that. So basically it's just a flicking motion. So I'm just going to come in and do random little lines about the same length if I can manage it, and just flick. And you don't want to cover every inch because there's variations in the fur. And you want to keep turning your pencil to keep on the sharp edge. Otherwise you're going to get just like a dull line, and it won't be it won't be like a hairline there. Black now and see if I can darken some of that up. And with the black, I'm just going to go right off the edge of the bunny in a few spots so that he looks pretty hairy. And then in this area I can go a little bit darker because I've already got that gray kind of overlapped. And the black you want to use even more sparingly than the dark gray. So you're just kind of randomly picking spots. Back in now with the Gray Mist, so it's the lightest one, and again I'm going to come down into, very lightly, come down into the white a little bit more and just pick a few random spots. To try to show the direction of the fur. I think first I'm going to go through and I'm going to very lightly go around the eye, and I'm using the lightest gray that I have, so it's that gray mist color. Okay, and then I'm going to, again, super light with the toasted toffee. Just barely touch. And then I'm going to use my white to try to blend that together. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this toasted toffee to kind of come into, I don't want to, I'm going to switch to the brown because that's too light. Let's see if I can blend that in a little bit. Go back to my gray. Okay. I don't really like that part right there, so I'm going to cover it up a little bit with the gray. And a little bit more brown in just randomly. That toasted toffee is very, very warm, and this brown is more of a cooler brown. So you can kind of throw it in the mix of these grays, and it doesn't stand out quite as much. It just adds a hint of warmth, where the toasted toffee is like right in your face. Okay. Let's come in again, see if I can get this to cooperate with me. Well, I don't think so. So he's just going to have a brown spot right by his eyeball. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think he's looking pretty cute. I'm going to go in again, and I'm going to darken up some of the shadowed areas. So I'm going to have to turn my book a little bit again. More color around his eye too. I'm going to add a little bit more of the lighter gray. No, I don't know that that's dark enough. I want it to kind of almost stand out. So maybe I'll do a little bit darker in the corners. Works better a little bit, I think. I'm not an expert on coloring animals, so if this is completely wrong, that's okay, because it's a coloring book. Okay, I think I'll save his feet for another time. And show you kind of how I would add in the white now. So I'm going to give my Posca a good shake. All right. You know what? I'm not done yet. Sorry. I am going to add just a little bit of a pink color to his nose. I think this is the one that I want. Let me test it out really quick. Nope, that's not the right one. Let's do, I think this one will work. Yes. So this one is called Rose Petal Pink. And I just like bunnies with pink noses, so I'm just going to add a little bit of pink. Just kind of fading out into the rest of his fur there. There we go. Use a white to blend it in. That works. Okay, on to the Posca. So I've got my thinnest Posca, so it's the 0.7 millimeter Posca, and I'm just basically going to do the same thing where I just flick over and over all around the bunny. Okay? So let me try to move this way a little bit, so maybe it'll focus on, no, it's still going to focus on my hand, isn't it? Well, I'll flick a few times and then you guys can, and then I'll move my hand and you guys can see. Now this part you're not really going to be able to see a whole lot, but once I get into the other areas, you'll be able to see it more. So yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's a nice white now. And then we can flick the hair out. That is not covering like I thought it would. I think I need to shake my Posca some more. It seems really watery. Let's try this now. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's almost too much now. So again, I'm just picking a few random spaces and following like where the fur would be going. So if there's like a change in direction, make sure that you're changing direction. Overly happy with how I did this part up here, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back in with some black and make those lines just a tiny bit smaller, and maybe a little bit of the green that I used, which is not dark green. I gotta dig through my pencils really quick. Not light green. Gotta be that one. Okay, there's the green. And I'm just gonna, I can come back in and kind of break up some of those lines. There, I think that looks okay. Okay. And again, I'm gonna come back in here and go right over where those white lines were. Okay. Maybe flick a few off of here. I don't want to do a whole bunch. Okay, let's finish his little feet, his little bunny feet. Shadows. So I am going to go in with the black, I think, and just kind of make those shadows a little bit deeper. And you kind of want to make the shadow, and then you want to kind of flick off of the shadow so it's not just like a stark line there. Again, I'm going to make the line. I'm going to flick in the direction that the hair would be going. Okay, and then on his little bunny feet here, where that leaf would overlap, a little bit in this area, and then between the 2 feet. Okay, I think he's done. Well, I keep saying that. I think he's done, and then I start all over again. I want to add some hair coming off of his little paws and his arm a little bit more. A little bit that way. Okay. Okay, I think he's done. Yeah. And I'm going to color this butterfly up here the same way that I would color her wings. So actually I'm going to go do that off camera really quick, and then I will show you the sort of completed page. Okay, so I finished my little butterfly, and I think I have finished or figured out how to not make the camera unfocus, which is awesome. So I really quickly drew in a few pencil sketches of Easter eggs. Oh, you're not on camera. There we go. I've got a few little pencil sketches of Easter eggs, and I'm going to ink those in really quick. Okay, so now I just need to get a few colors onto the eggs. And I think I'm going to stick with the same colors that I've been using. So we're going to have a pink, a purple. We're going to have a nice light green, maybe a yellow. And that pretty blue color. So that was 2 different colors. That was the bubbly blue, which I am trying to find currently. I think it's this one. Bubbly blue and regular blue. Okay. So these are the colors that I am going to be using. And we've got all of those there. Okay. So I'm just going to do really basic little patterns, probably just stripes on all of them, just to be safe. So I'm just going to do a little line here and fill that in. And then there would be a line there, and let's do one here so that looks like it's right up there. And we'll do one more right here. Okay. Easter eggs hidden in there. Do we want to do some colorful dots? Yeah, let's just do a few. So I'm basically just going to add in some circles randomly. So just little circles and color them in. I'm going to try to not put the pink right next to the pink items, but sometimes I'm not going to be able to help it. I think I'm going to keep all the colors inside of this wreath shape too that we've got here. Okay, so there's pink. Let's do some of this light purple. Okay, so here's the finished product. I think it's pretty cute, very, very cute and Eastery. Oh, I didn't add the shadows in for the eggs, but that's something I can do off camera. Yeah, so I like it. I like the way it turned out. And I love the effect that I've gotten with these wonderfully inexpensive, super surprising, CraZart pencils. Yeah, so I really hope that you have enjoyed watching this. I hope that you give these pencils a try. And especially if you're looking for a budget pencil or you know somebody who is just starting out, these would be a wonderful pencil to get them started with. They blend well. Their colors are vibrant. Yeah, I don't have enough good things to say about them for a budget pencil. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!